Hi, and welcome to Downtown Yoga's Yoga for All program. My name is Anna Watson. I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner and a teacher in training here at the studio. Today I'll be providing you an overview on a subject I'm passionate about, Ayurveda. So without further ado, let's get started. Ayurveda is a 5,000-year-old holistic healing science founded in India. The word literally translates to science of life. It is becoming increasingly popular here in the West, largely due to the influence of yoga. And it focuses on all areas of your health, including diet, lifestyle, exercise, detoxification, sleep, and the mind. Ayurveda is a complete medical system, so like Western medicine, it has areas of specialty that range from internal medicine to surgery, pediatrics to elder care, sexual vitality to rejuvenation. And still today, you can travel to India and go to an Ayurvedic hospital where all treatment, surgery, and care is given using these Ayurvedic principles. It is a complete healing science, which means it does not just focus on physical ailments, but optimizing the health of your mind, your body, and your spirit. It is a science of knowledge and of longevity. Ayurveda teaches you to recognize your own ability of self-healing, so that you can become your greatest doctor. And like yoga, Ayurveda is not a religion. Someone once asked the Dalai Lama what surprises him most. His response was this: man, because he sacrifices his health in order to make money. Then he sacrifices money to recuperate his health. And then he is so anxious about the future that he does not enjoy the present. The result being that he does not live in the present or the future. He lives as if he's never going to die, and then he dies having never really lived. I think this captures the way many of us experience life. For me, Ayurveda is more than just the science of life. It really is the art of living. So how does Ayurveda define health? It is a continuous process that embraces all aspects of your life, from your physical, your mental, emotional, behavioral, spiritual, social, and financial life. It is not just a state defined by lab values, yearly checkups, or averages. Achieving balance on all levels and all aspects of your life is the true measure of vibrant health. Some of you may have had an experience. You go to the doctor complaining you just don't feel well. Maybe you can't quite pinpoint it. Your doctor orders a round of lab tests, and the lab results come back all within normal range. You're likely told nothing's wrong, you're fine, just relax. Ayurveda would approach this differently. It would recognize that an uneasy feeling may be an important potential sign of imbalance and would work with you to address it. Often these vague symptoms are really warning signs or precursors to disease, and if they're addressed early on, the illness or disease may be eradicated. So Ayurveda really is a preemptive healing system. Unlike Western medicine, which typically is designed to treat at the point of disease expression or once a disease or illness has already manifested itself in the body. Ayurveda is completely unique for every individual. Standardized treatment of care simply does not exist in Ayurvedic medicine. Every individual is unique with equally distinctive needs for health. Ayurveda focuses on achieving balance and optimum health of the whole individual, primarily through nutrition, yoga, exercise, meditation, and pranayama or breath work. The goal is not to use quick fix approaches to cure disease, but it is to uncover the root cause and teach us how to prevent getting disease in the first place. Ayurveda focuses on treating the individual and not just the disease. So it really looks at you and all aspects in your life and see what may be throwing you off balance. It seeks to determine the root cause, not just resolve the symptoms. For example, 3 people may come in a room complaining of a headache. They all 3 may take ibuprofen, which will cure the sensation of their headache, but it won't cure the cause. When the ibuprofen wears off, the headache will most likely return. Additionally, all 3 people may be experiencing a headache for very different reasons. One may be dehydrated, another may be very stressed, and somebody else may have sinus congestion. So ibuprofen is really just simply treating the feeling of the headache, but it's not treating the cause at all. And Ayurveda, it really focuses to determine the root cause so that you can prevent the headaches from reoccurring in the future and really solve the problem. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about the philosophy or fundamentals of Ayurveda. Ayurveda states there are 5 great elements: space, air, fire, water, and earth. And all matter, living and non-living, are composed of these 5 elements. It's important when we discuss the elements to understand we're not just referring to the physical properties of space, air, fire, water, and earth, but the qualities of these properties, of these elements. And I'll go into that a little bit more in the next couple of slides. Each person, plant, and animal consist of these elements in different and unique ratios. And because of that, we are all interconnected. And this is another very important concept in Ayurveda. So the doshas. The doshas are pairings of the 5 great elements. And the doshas are those that govern and rule all life forms. So these are critical concepts to understand in Ayurveda. And understanding the qualities of these doshas is fundamental to putting Ayurveda into your daily practice. So the 3 doshas are Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Vata shares the elements of air and space, Kapha of water and earth, and Pitta of fire and water. And it's very important to understand that each dosha is present in the body, the mind, and in the spirit. Now, most people are said to have a dominant dosha or a combination of 2 doshas, but it's also very important to understand that everyone has all 3 of these doshas in their body, in their mind, and in their spirit. It's just at varying levels for each person. So you can think of these doshas as your vital energy, and the combination of these doshas, the amounts of Vata, Pitta, Kapha, are unique to you. Your combination is responsible for your physical, mental, and emotional makeup, and achieving balance of your dosha is essential in achieving true health. By identifying your unique makeup, you can learn how to maintain and optimize your health. Now I'll go in a little bit deeper into the unique qualities and properties of Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So Vata is the energy of movement. Again, the elements are air and space. So qualities associated with air and space are dry, light, cold, mobile, and subtle. The season associated with fall or with Vata is fall through midwinter. And you can think of this time, the temperature's starting to drop a bit. Often the air is getting a little drier. It may be a little windy. So those qualities associated with Vata we see in nature as well. And the life stage of Vata is said to be the elder years. So how does Vata govern the body, the mind, and the spirit? Well, at the body level, it's said to control all movements within the body, both voluntary and involuntary. So, for example, this includes walking, maybe your flow in yoga, breathing, blinking, even your heartbeat and circulatory system is said to be ruled by Vata. At the mind level, it's your tendency to jump from thought to thought or emotion to motion. So how focused you are, your ability to concentrate, are your emotions stable or unstable? Your thoughts, do you jump from one to the other? These are all examples of Vata's role at the mind level. And at the spirit level, Vata is said to be prana, or that life force. Pitta, the energy of transformation. So the elements of Pitta are fire and water, and those qualities may be sharp, hot, mobile, quick. So you can think of that season, definitely late spring through summer, when things are starting to really heat up. That is said to be Pitta season. And in the life stages associated with the adult years are the productive years. Again, you're thinking of Pitta, that transformative energy. So how it governs in the body, the mind, and the spirit. At the body level, Pitta is said to maintain your body temperature. It also plays a very important role in ruling your digestive enzymes. So you can think about Pitta, it heats up the food and literally transforms that food into nutrients that nourishes our whole body. At the mind level, it's our ability or capacity to digest information. So assessing, analyzing, all of that is considered to be ruled and governed by Pitta. And Pitta individuals, people with the predominance of Pitta dosha, They're said to be very effective leaders and often very intellectual. Again, you can think about those qualities associated with Pitta and how that may relate to qualities people actually express. At the spirit level, it's that brilliance or inner light. So when we say someone walks in and she just lights up a room, that is an example of kind of that Pitta energy at the spirit or subtle level. Lastly, but certainly not least, is Kapha, the energy of cohesion. And Kapha is made up of water and earth. Qualities associated with Kapha are wet, cold, heavy, oily, and static. And it's affiliated with the season of spring. Again, when things kind of get wet and damp and there's a little bit of a heaviness to it, that's said to be a Kapha season. And the life stage of Kapha is said to be infancy to young adults. So at the body level, Kapha is that energy that really creates more body mass. So when you think of an infant to adolescence, that is a time of tremendous growth. So that's really an example of Kapha at the body level during that Kapha phase in life. Now, unfortunately, sometimes many of us can have Kapha out of balance where we get a propensity of Kapha in our later years, and that can result into us holding weight or gaining weight. And Ayurveda has many protocols that help us learn how to get that Kapha back in balance. At the mind level, Kapha holds information. It's said to be our memory. It really governs that aspect of our mind. It binds us to others. When you think of cohesion, it's that binding to each other. So it has the emotions of caring, empathy, and a very loving nature. Kapha individuals are very loving, nurturing, very steady and stable. Again, think about the qualities we discussed and how that may be expressed in someone's behavior. And there you can see the influence of Kapha at the mind level. At the spirit level, it is that resilience or your stamina, your endurance. That is Kapha energy ruling and governing at the spirit level. So Kapha individuals are very stable, very resilient people, and they tend to also have very long lives. So again, that's an example of Kapha at the body, mind, and spirit level. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this very brief overview of Ayurveda. Please stay tuned. We'll be diving deeper into these 3 doshas where you'll learn what foods, exercise, and life choices are best for your body type or dosha. If you don't know your dosha, no worries. You can reach me through the studio or message me on Facebook. I'll be happy to send you an evaluation form. I'd really like to thank you for your time today. We appreciate your support and participation here at Downtown Yoga and for Yoga for All program. Wishing you a lovely day and beautiful health and happiness. Namaste.